Hey everybody, happy Friday. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. This is the final video of the day. It is a look ahead to the Philadelphia 76ers against the Oklahoma City Thunder today, who were an all-access ESPN look ahead today themselves. There was an all-access into the Sixers on ESPN. That's not even over yet. There's SportsCenter at 6 has some interviews with them and so forth. He was on the Russillo show. Colangelo was. It was different people and different things. It was a cool video on SportsCenter. So many cool things that if you didn't get a chance to see, you can go listen to on podcast or go back and watch. Being you sign in with a Philadelphia area account, you will get access to the Philadelphia 76ers all access look ahead and great day by ESPN. Now, if we look on ESPN predicts the Sixers to win this game. They're 1-point favorites. If you look on Score, the Thunder are 1-point favorites because they won 5 of their last 6 was kind of the reasons of explaining that. So it depends who you trust more and who you want to look at more. The matchup predictor is 56.1% to the Sixers, and part of that goes into them being at home and them getting pumped up with this whole all-access day up until the game. And that should definitely benefit them because the Thunder are a struggling team this year compared to where they would want to be, the 13-14. Obviously, you thought they were better than that. We're 14-13. But you obviously can't take the Thunder for granted because they're a great team with Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony. So the Sixers have taken teams for granted this year, but I don't think they will tonight because they had this all-access day, and we all know our Sixers are all about having momentum, getting pumped up. Joel's a big pump-up guy, and when you have something to pump the guys up all day by being featured on on ESPN, SportsCenter, one of them, yes, but ESPN as a whole, that's a pretty big pump-up to the day, showing how much confidence the country has in you, and a big sports media Mongol has in you to cover you all day. And I don't think they take the Thunder for granted because they know the Thunder are not the Lakers, the Kings, or the Suns. They're not a team that's bad. They're just a team that's struggling to gel and come together as one right now. Now, Andre Roberson is out tonight, who's one of their better three-point shooters. So that, of course, helps the Sixers, who of late, besides last game, have struggled to guard the perimeter. The big question for the Sixers is, as of earlier today, Joel Embiid was questionable with back tightness. So, according to here, it still says questionable with back tightness. So hopefully he's able to go because he's a large part in how this is going to fare against the Thunder. It's going to be very fun to see Ben Simmons match up against Russell Westbrook and see how the Sixers are able to guard Paul George, who of course can spread the floor. And then Robert Covington, the big news for the Sixers, Robert Covington will play tonight versus the Thunder. So that obviously helps our shooting and defensive perspectives going into this game. He averages 15.3 with 6.2 rebounds and shoots 42% from 3 and about 50 overall. So it's huge to have a guy like him back. Joel obviously averages like 24 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 3.4 assists shooting. His three-point percentage has been going up a little bit over the past few games. Now it's at 28% with 48% from the field. Richaun Holmes has just consistently got better as this year went on. He averages about 5 rebounds now with 8 points and a 54 from the field shooting percentage. And he just consistently got better and has been nitty-gritty and got in there and pounded hard and got those big boy rebounds. Trevor Booker has looked great since coming on the Sixers. He's been rebounding well on the defensive end, which is something that the Sixers wanted to have help with because the Sixers grab a lot of offensive boards, but if you look at their stats, their defensive boards have gone up since of the past few games Booker has played, and he averages 10.5 with 6.7 rebounds, and he's 53% from the floor. He's a power forward / center if he has to play there. that is able to spread the floor too, which some of the Sixers wanted because they thought they would get that from Amir Johnson, being the athletic guy he is, but he's having a very big struggle so far to this point this season. Then J.J. Redick's obviously been balling of late, averaging 17 and 2.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists with 40% from the three and 44 field goal percentage. The Sixers are going to have to obviously play their game, come out strong, and have all their three-point shooters play well tonight. Have JoJo go. Hopefully he's able to go and play because that's a big part of our team, obviously. And then Ben Simmons, I think, will have a good game against the Thunder because he'll be able to... Of course, Russell Westbrook is one of the better defending point guards in the NBA, but he will be able to get past him and possibly be able to drive against the Thunder, who have Steven Adams, so don't get me wrong, he's a great defender, but Ben Simmons should be able to create plays, and obviously size differential will be Ben Simmons has a great sight line. The reason he's a great playmaker is because he's so smart with the ball for the most part and makes the right decisions, but obviously his size really helps looking over those point guards and seeing guys, much like a tall quarterback would in the NFL before most guys would see them because they would be blocked their line of sight by somebody else. So this is going to be a very good game, a very big battle. I don't think any team's going to get blown out. And then, of course, Dario Saric's been playing better of late, so he will be a big part to the Sixers' success. If we look at guys on the Thunder, Paul George averages 20 this year with 5.6 board, 40 from the three, and a 41 overall field goal percentage. Kyle Singler, who seems to do great against the Sixers sometimes, only averages 3 this year and isn't that much of a factor into the game, but being Robinson's out, they have to make sure they guard him from the three-point line because for some reason when he plays us, he tends to do half decent. And Russell Westbrook averages 22.6 with 9.9 assists at 9.4 boards with about a 39 field goal percentage and about 32 from the three. Carmelo this year has 6.4 boards, about 35 from the three, 40 overall, and 17.7 points. So got to make sure you watch him. And then Joel Embiid, it will be very great if he can go because they do have a good rebounder in Adams who averages about 9 a game and 14 points. So he'll be able to get his due a lot more if Joel's not in there, of course. But if we look at overall team statistics, the Sixers average more points than the Thunder. They get 102.1 a game. The Thunder get 96.4. Their field goal percentage is 45.8 compared to the Thunder's 43.5. 3-point percentage, or 3-point field goals is about 10.6 a game for the Sixers to 10.2 from the Thunder. That's not a big differential. The 3-point field goal percentage is a little bit higher than the Thunder at 35.8 compared to 34.2, but these are two teams that have some guys that can shoot. But, of course, the Robertson's, the big guy for the Thunder, is out. The three-throw percentage is about 3% better for the Sixers at 74.9. Sixers are better at rebounding. They get 48.8 average rebounds, which is actually first in the league. So, obviously, adding Trevor Booker really helped to that equation because he's a good rebounder and he adds a lot to your defensive rebounds and not just with your offensive rebounds, which when the Sixers were on their losing streak, they struggled at getting some defensive rebound. And as soon as they brought him in, they started going right back to where they were before at grabbing boards besides Joel Embiid on both ends very well. And the Thunder averaged 43.7 assists. The Sixers average about 7 more than the Thunder per game. And the percentage is about 4% more for the Sixers, the assist percentage. Steals are something the Thunder average more. They average 10. The Sixers average 8.1, but you kind of expect that with a team with Russell Westbrook, who loves being a point guard that forces turnovers. And then turnovers, the Sixers average 17.2 to the Thunder averaging 14.5. Turnovers are going to be the big key tonight. The Sixers cannot turn over the ball 20 or more times against the Thunder. You just cannot. You have to take care of the ball when you have guys like Russell Westbrook on the other team, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony, because those guys will take advantage of you. Russell Westbrook's one of the best fast break guards in the league, and he likes to try to create steals and turnovers. So you can't have those amount of turnovers against the Thunder as we did against the T-Wolves. But I think the Sixers will come out, play a great game, play up to their strength, and not take the struggling Thunder, who have been doing good in their last 5. They won 5 of the last 7 games, not 5 of the last 6. So they have been doing good of late. So even though the record shows that they aren't as good as they hoped, they are doing good of late, and I think the Sixers will play up and play great against the Thunder and be able to come out of this game having a great game. I think they should be able to get a win tonight as long as Joel Embiid's able to go in this game. It'll be obviously a lot tougher without JoJo, so as long as he's able to go, I think the Sixers pull out a win at home tonight and will be pumped up in front of the home crowd against the Oklahoma City Thunder. There's been a look ahead to the Sixers and Thunder. Peace out, everyone. Have a good Friday.